Right, let's have a look at annotation. Now, annotation is very basically putting comments where your program does something. For example, if I was to type in the command write-line hello. Now I know this is a very, very simple command, but you'd put something like this, and there's two ways of doing it. You either use the open curly brackets and just say what it actually does, like this outputs hello on the screen, like so. Or you just put two forward slashes. But this is crucial. Now you might think, well, there's no point. Well, in that case there isn't, because it only does one thing. But when your program's either just hundreds of lines or thousands of lines long, annotation is very important, not only for when you're looking over it to find out where you are in your code and also what bits do what, because believe me, you can forget. But also if you're working with a team or the program that you have made for this company or whatever, somebody else when you leave might have to update it. Well, this is why you must annotate if you're ever going to get a job in programming, so that others can actually pick up on your work or you can work as a team. Now, that is part of program structure. Now, for the rest of it is indentation. Now, you would notice that when I make a variable like test, like so, I'll just make an integer, I tab across, or I put some spaces so that it's more indented than the var. And the reason is, it helps things stand out, and you will understand this more when we look at procedures and if statements. But so far, for example, if I was to take all this out, you'll actually realise that it doesn't stand out as much. So that's why you tab across. You tab across so that I'm tabbing across a bit much here, but just to give you the example, that you can actually see what if statement or procedure, or in this case, what bit of code belongs to the main and what variables begin to the var and things like that. So that is why it's useful. Also, another thing, when you're creating a program, just put a bit of annotation at the top, like created by whoever, and then also underneath put the date, just so that you're actually in a way saying that you've made this program. But that's it, just simple. This is just simple program structure, and a lot of it is very important, otherwise you will get lost in your own programs.